Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lineup. Kearney, Wheels, Bibby, Stoltman, Bish, Janasia, Felix, Shivlikov, Kalichkovsky, Charlie Hicks, and the world's strongest man, Hafthor Bjornsson. This is Europe's Strongest Man 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps the strongest lineup we have ever put together, and maybe, just maybe, the strongest man of all time is peaking right this second. He is the champion, 4 times Europe's Strongest Man, World's Strongest Man. Hey, he was in Game of Thrones in some premiere to last night in New York. Private jet back, here he is! Hafthor Bjornsson, sir, you officially declare this contest open?
Let the game begin.
Let's go, let the games begin! Good luck, gentlemen, please go finish your warm-ups, and let's do the log.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is on. Europe's Strongest Man. The guy's going backstage now. We're going to get themselves warmed up and ready for the World Log Lift Championships. I'm going to introduce you to my co-host for this evening, ladies and gents. I'd like you to give him a big round of applause. Bill Kazmaier.
Thank you so much, Neil. Thank you. What an awesome evening. Incredible athletes, amazing events, and a totally incredible crowd. Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Now, Bill, we start with the log lift. This is an awesome test of strength. One of the daddies, something you know very, very well. You came from the origins of this event. None of this nice, clean, smooth, pretty log. You still had birds in them.
Ours they weren't sequoias, but they were big, rough, tough logs that weren't balanced at all. It's been brought a long ways over the years, and that's 40 years ago. Now the Slater log is perfectly balanced. And when we get towards that 228, we know that it's going to be exactly 228 or 230, whatever they choose.
Now, we've been here before, Bill. Let's be honest. We came here, we saw I and Bibby go really close. We saw Eddie Hall go really close. But I don't know about you, it feels like this is a different time, a different place, and there's a different atmosphere backstage. In the past, it seemed like it was a leap of faith. Another 500 moment. Tonight, there's a lot of confidence backstage.
There surely is, and there's probably 3 guys, 4 guys maybe that can hit that top number. For surely, going for the 214, that's going to happen, but we got to work our way up. So it's going to be exciting to see just how everything unfolds as far as what techniques they use, how they get it to their shoulders, how balanced they are once it is at the shoulders, and who puts it overhead with the most amount of drive and power and confidence. And the ability to put that head through and get the down signal is oh so important, especially when we get heavy.
A very different approach to this event from a lot of the athletes. Bearing in mind we've got guest lifters, guys who are here just to do the log like Graham Hicks. And we've got other members of the field that are here to become or to retain their title as Europe's Strongest Man. For a guy like yourself, for one of these athletes, when you're coming up here, can you hold back? Is it possible? Is there any strategy going on, or are you just going to go flat out?
Well, I think the strategy is important to be judicious as far as how much energy you're going to put out. Get as many points as you can, your best lift without overtaxing yourself, because you have to remember there are 4 events right after this.
We're going to check with Jonty if we're pretty much ready to go. I think Colin wants to get a few words in as well. He's got a lovely hat for you. I'm going to run off. Took me ages to do my hair. I'll take it.
This is where we do our television link, yeah? I was going to wear it, but I'm already sweating horrifically. People at Christmas are like, what's wrong with that Colin Bryce? He doesn't look well. It'd be high. Can you take the dead animal away? Sorry, dude. Just... Whatever. Come on, Dad, stop it, would you? Embarrassing. It's always the same, you know, it's a nightmare. You know. Anyway, right, here we go. Cheesy white teeth, you ready, Kaz? He's swinging it. And event 1, it's the World Log Challenge. Are we ready? Bill, back in the day, you set the world record in this. You'd never even seen the log back then. It was a brutal technique, but nowadays it's pretty refined. And the world record stands over 500 pounds, 228 kilograms. We have the finest collection of men ever put together. Nosodrunas, the world record holder. How do you see this going down today?
Well, it's going to come down to a couple of athletes. And for sure, Iron Baby, he's so huge, massive. 28-inch arms, deltoids that are 14 inches thick. He's got probably the best chance. But when you look at Hicksy, he's so compact. He's put on so much weight. He's dedicated himself to this lift. He's going to be gunning for the world record. It's going to be a two-man shootout with Half-Thor right behind him.
Yes, all of the limelight has been on Iron Bibby. They say he's done the world record already in training. Hicksy, well, he's the dark horse here. He's been very silent in what he's doing, but he's big and strong. Let's see what happens. Give us some cheese, Kaz.
You don't want any more, do you?
Yeah, more. I love it at Christmas, trust me. Right, here we go. Lashings of cheese. There we go. Every year we send the shows in, and honestly, the comments we get back are like, you know, perfect Christmas telly, Colin. Yeah, well done. In other words, we make great cheesy stuff, you know. Anyway, there we are. It's a good living in life, and thank you, everybody, for being here. Are we ready for some log lifting? They're around the back. The milk tray man says yes. Yeah. They're ready to go. Our first man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our first man into the arena, and I know the roof's going to come off for this guy. It's only Mark Felix. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Felix!
They stitched you up on that one.
He's not going to be fashionably late, is he?
No, he's pulled out. He didn't want to do the log. He's going to miss the log.
Come on, Mark, you're representing Blackburn. Man up, son.
No, he's in the contest. He's decided he's probably going to fail it in the warm-up, so he's not going to do it. He was a last-minute reserve, by the way, so he's only had a week's training. He is 53 this year, so when he does come out, we'll give him a big cheer. He thinks he can do well enough for the next 4 events to pull the points back. So
we move on to athlete number 2, representing Russia, Mikhail Shivlakov. Bill Shivlakov, the smiling hammer. This man always puts on a show at the Giants events.
Yeah, but behind that smile, you've got a special forces guy that I'd want in an alley with me if there was ever trouble. What a competitor.
What a man to start the night. The nerves must be jangling for the first man out, Bill.
sorry, folks. Always needs his baby oil before he goes. Chalk. Davai. Good luck. Come on, let's hear it from Russia with love. 175 kilograms. Come on, Misha.
Here we go. Nice to the ref there, Bill. Always nice to get this first one under your belt.
Nice, smooth, easy lift. Great warm-up for him.
Rock strong. Shivlakov hammered that one. And it's all about the UK for our next athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up and welcome into the arena, Adam Bishop. Little unsteady there, Bill, from Bish, straight off the... Whoa, little loss of balance. He can go again.
Such a strong clean. The momentum drove him backward. Really a phenomenal athlete. If anybody can come back and make it, he can do it.
Not tonight. Disappointing start there, and he's got to reset himself, Bill. Adam will be devastated.
He showed really good leg drive, but the triceps just wouldn't finish it off for him.
Just resetting the log there. Have we got anybody from Scotland in the house? Ladies and gentlemen, when you're lifting logs, the man you need is the Highland Oak, Luke Stoltman. He's sending out his brother. Tom's coming out, ladies and gents. Tom Stoltman is ready to lift, and he will go first. The albatross. Now, this man's so tall, such long levers.
Definitely a disadvantage, but he's powerful.
Oh, with ease, head through there. The technique, Bill.
Really smooth again. And he's making a statement there. If he wants to make it to the platform, the podium, he surely has to do well here.
He had an awful look at Britons. He looked so powerful there, but the look was against him. What a great way to start his night here in Leeds. And his big brother will now go next. Luke Stoltman, the Highland Oak, is coming up. And a competition between the Stoltman boys, as always, Bill.
These guys are a dynamic duo. 10 years apart, big brother helping his little brother.
You do not want to lose to your brother. That makes Christmas Day nowhere near as much fun. Now, we've seen Luke lift some very heavy logs before. Seems to be made for this kind of event, so explosive. Oh. Easy, almost too easy on the first lift. Unbalanced himself, Bill.
I really wasn't sure if he was going to do it 3, 4, 5 times just to get his last warm-up in.
Did anybody tell that guy it's not for reps? Incredible. Fired that one overhead. Ladies and gentlemen, our next athlete is from the Republic of Georgia. He has the biggest traps in the world, and his name is Konstantin Janashia. Janashia. We see this guy get so revved. He's a man who feeds off the energy of the arena, but he looks super calm today, bigger than we've ever seen him, Bill.
Bigger than we've ever seen him.
Oh, maybe the best we have seen so far, Mr. Kazmaier.
Well, we saw that clean kind of go off to the left, but he recovered so well. What an athlete.
Rock solid from Janashia. His mark is on the board. And our next lifter is from the United Kingdom, Mr. Lawrence Shawley. Leeds reacting to Laws. Getting great shape today, really in good spirits. His wife and his young daughter here in the crowd. Charlie at 175. Solid Bill.
It's such a wonderful career. Ups and downs. Looks like he's back on top of his form.
Great to see this man being in the game and achieving so highly for so long and still hanging in there. A former Europe's strongest man. He'd love to do that again. As our next athlete fires out to the platform, not hanging about, the Polish athlete Maciej Kieliszkowski. There's a real buzz, a real vibrancy around Kieliszkowski. He is a dark horse here tonight. Wow! Unbelievable! One motion.
That takes incredible power and balance. I wouldn't try that at home.
Oh, what a dick. Brilliant.
So much adrenaline.
I'll just fling it overhead. Brilliant. You can
That's what excitement will do.
Oh, that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Hapthought Julius Bjornsson. I still can't get over that from Kieliszkowski. Thing nearly took off. Oh, that's rock strong. The world's strongest man's campaign is underway, Bill Kazmaier.
And I like that technique. Really efficient, slow, smooth, calculated, a nice first rep, and not too much wasted energy.
And just when you've looked good doing a log, out looks... I mean, look at that! Larry Wheels has just out-angled everybody in the room on his first attempt. Wheels, the big show. So much hype, so much pressure on this young man, but he is so very strong. 175 for the American. Impressive from Larry Wheels.
You know, he's only handled the log a couple of times. It's a learning curve. He shot that one out front, recovered, but he's got to learn quickly because the weight's going up.
Another of the American athletes, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Kearney will go next. Rob had an impressive win at Arnold's Australia. Just to ride that wave of success.
If you want to see a log go into orbit, watch what happens when this hits his shoulders.
Exceptional technique, made it look easy.
Split clean, a little bit from Olympic lifting, but it's efficient to a point, and he is going for the American record today at 214.
Talking of records, this young man's going for the British record. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Graham Hicks into the arena, the man of the moment for Great Britain. Hicks in training has been incredible.
To me, he's one of the most powerful men to ever come out of England.
Yes, Graham Hicks. Great lift from Hicksy, straight off the bat. One more man to go. And if anybody's got a glass of water next to them, keep your eye on it because you're about to get the T-Rex effect as he walks into the arena. As I say that, Scott's just told me Bibby is going to skip that lift. Too light for Iron Bibby. He's coming in higher. Strategy starts early, Bill. Lawrence Charley, I've also been told, suffered a little bit of damage there. He is pulling out of the log, saving himself. He's damaged himself in some way in that lift, does not want to lift again.
Well, to talk about Iron Bibby, we know that he's so extremely powerful, but he has only so much energy to deliver, and it's going to be important at the 228, 230, whatever they take up at the top for the world record, that he has the energy left to do it. So he doesn't need to expend it now.
I'm just going to catch a word with Darren Sadler, ladies and gentlemen. Darren, more weight going on there. Exactly what are the guys lifting next up?
So next up is 190 kilos, so it's a considerable jump. And this, you know, not many years ago was a world record, so quite impressive. And this will really start to test the guys now.
And you talk about that jump up there, mate. I was just mentioning to Bill a moment ago, we're in a situation where Iron Bibby has elected to come in at 202.
Yeah, I mean, he's so confident, so he's going to come in, you know, 202 kilos, which is world class.
To start the night.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to him. He's warmed up out the back, so you're going to have to wait to see something special, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Sadler, you heard it there from the man who runs the show. We're moving up to 190 kilograms. As Darren said, former record weight. Crazy time. I'm still suffering from the Kalishkovsky thing. That was ridiculous. That wasn't even technical. That was just like, yeah. Yeah.
It's so easy.
He's producing some magical moments. And next up, a Russian athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, Mikhail Shivlakov will be the first man to take on 190 kilograms. Such a popular athlete, this man, Bill, and rightly so. Oh, that is impressive.
The overhead was pretty phenomenal. The clean was suspect. I see him struggling towards the heavier weights to get it to his shoulders.
Interesting comments from the expert, Bill Kazmaier. You'll be happy to get that. And one of these guys will be thinking about points here and how far they go in this event. If you can get into the 200s, you're guaranteed high points. How many men are going to go that much higher?
And there's going to be a few guys sharing points if they all land on the same number.
Tom Stoltman, a man with high aspirations. The Albatross, 6'7" of him. Oh yes, drives the head through. What a great lift from that young man.
Super clean. No leg drive though. That takes a lot from the shoulders and triceps.
That's a big lift. That's an impressive lift at 190. As the second of the Scottish brothers makes his way to the log, the Highland Oak, Luke Stoltman at 190. That was a very composed lift.
Beautiful clean. He's got so much power. He's not going to struggle with the heavy weights to the shoulders. The question is going to be up on top.
Awesome red line effort there. Janashia, I think, is our next lifter. He's just getting ready, strapping up. And the Georgian Bull will take on 190 kilograms. This guy's a menacing looking character, Bill. Unbelievable. Such a friendly guy, but he looks unbelievably intimidating.
And right here is where the experienced athlete settles down, takes his time, and gives as little energy as possible to make the lift.
A little loss of balance there, and he called it.
Small miscalculation. Now he's going to do it again.
He fought that log. He got the down signal from Magnus Fer. How important could that be for this man?
Huge for points if he wants to make it to the podium, but realize that second rep took a ton of energy. He repeated himself within just a few seconds. Now the question is, can he make the jump?
He would need to go to 202. Maciusz Kieliszkowski will be thinking the same. The pole. Look at the look in this young man's eyes. He's increasing in confidence, he's increasing in experience, and he's increasing in focus, Bill.
Well, let's see if he settles down on this one.
made his name of late lifting giant stones. There's a lovely lift at 190 kilograms.
Really nice coordination between leg drive, catching it with the shoulders and tries, and making a beautiful lockout. It was a great lift.
Unbelievable. And for the first time, we see Kellis Coughley lift the log like he's not putting a child's bike onto a car rack. Hapthor Bjornsson, the world's strongest man, will lift next. Calling for the crowd to give him that extra lift. We've seen so many incredible performances over the years. Here and a stone's throw from here. From this man, the mountain. Gets the lift at 190. Looks smooth. Little stutter there, Bill.
Yeah, solid balance though. Maybe borderline as far as the press. I'd like to see him use a little bit more leg drive.
Now, a man who's worked extensively with Thor of late, from the United States of America. This guy's got a bodybuilding and powerlifting background. Larry Wheels, ladies and gents. Relative newcomer to Strongman, but so much hype around this guy for his raw top-end strength.
Super powerful guy. Tremendous drive. The sky's the limit for this young man.
Rock strong Larry Wheels.
Definite confidence builder right there. Not shaky at all. Solid as a rock.
He looks like he's been carved out of rock. I've seen more fat on a tooth. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Kearney lifts next. We saw that split jerk technique earlier from Rob, probably going to employ the same tactic. Real strategist, and there it is, and that looked great.
You've got to call that effortless. He is what I would consider the epitome of efficiency. So little effort.
Absolutely. He looked like he hadn't got out of first gear there. We've seen some guys stuttering, shaking. He's employing that Olympic lifting style, and it is serving a purpose. We saw it from Lissis last year. Such an effective technique. Hicks lifts next. Looking calm, looking very collected. You spoke about the fact that you see big things for this man tonight.
He's put on so much mass. He's got just tremendous power, not only physically, but mentally.
What an example of raw strength that was when the log started to get away from him and he just bullied it into submission.
He's a little bit dissatisfied with his performance because obviously he struggled with it, but it just went off at a tiny little discrepancy in angle.
And just for the normal mortals amongst us, mate, when that kind of thing happens and you're under a 190 kilogram piece of wood, is it possible to correct it in your next lift, or is that going to bother you mentally?
Oh, I'm sure he's going to recover quickly. He's just frustrated and more or less embarrassed that he lost balance with it.
You can see the team move over to the equipment again, and they're going to move it up. I believe we are going to 202 kilograms for our next round of lifters. And most people successful there. I think we only lost Bishop on the lighter weight. Everybody else got that lift. But you do get the feeling that it's about to get physical in the ready money round. Janasha really seemed to struggle there. He was fighting it, managed to get it back under control. And every credit to him. Certainly I'm not going to tell him he's lifting badly. The man looks ferocious. I said it before, kind of guy, you come home, find him in bed with your missus, you tuck him in. There is the scores on the board. 190, most men clear. We do know that the big world record hope is coming into play in this round. It will be the first round of lifting for Iron Bibby. But not before a field of athletes have tried it, the first of whom is Mikhail Shivlakov. Russians all around the world will be celebrating if this man cracks 202 overhead.
To make it, he's going to need to put all the pieces together. Rock solid clean, solid at the shoulders, and a great press.
Now, you were saying earlier, Billy, had a few notches that last lift. This could be a breaking point.
We know he can do it.
Very mentally strong individual. 40. Unable to do that. You talked about patience earlier, Bill. And he's asking for the time.
He gave a great drive there with his shoulders, but he hit the wrong line.
Listen to the Leeds Arena willing this man on. That's why we love the crowd here in Leeds. You love to see big weights get thrown about. Shivlakov of Russia at 202.5 kilograms. Oh, not tonight, but what an effort, Bill. Left it all on the table, goes out on his shield.
Well, I believed he was going to do it, because if anybody can come back and make a lift, it's Shivlakov.
And I'm sure he's thinking about the efforts that took and what happens later tonight as Scotland's very own Tom the Albatross Stoltman.
As Darren said, this is world-class weight, 202.
Wow. Struggled there, trying to get that breath in. Asking how long. Mike's saying, take your time.
What a tremendous will. Fantastic desire to overcome, to beat the weight.
So difficult now, he must be exhausted. And young Tom Stoltman could not have tried any harder, Bill. But that's a very present reminder of just what we've got on the bar. 202.5 kilos. This is no joke. The Georgian bull on his way out here now. Sorry, it's Stoltman Senior. It's Luke who will go next. How could I forget about this man, the Highland Oak? And he's looked incredible to this point, mate.
No question he can clean it. He's got the power within him. He's just got to bring it right now.
Arguably the smoothest lifter so far would be this man or Kearney. Ooh, wow, little step back there, just lost that balance for a second, Bill.
He looked so solid and settled down. The weight just got away from him.
Suck that air in and compose himself, don't rush it. Not tonight for the Highland Oak. Luke Stoltman unable to get it, Bill.
Gutsy performance. Man, there's no quit in him.
Absolutely no quitting him. At one stage, in true Scottish style, he tried to headbutt the log up. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I certainly did. That's a competition he's struggling to win, but he might do. And it is Janashia now. Strapped and ready. Konstantin Janashia, 202.5 kilograms. Trying to just focus and compose himself. Nicely clean.
Oh yes! Konstantin Janashia! How much do you want it?
Yes, the Georgian Bull crushes it at 2:02.
So strong, solid, precise, and hit it just right.
Maciej Kieliszkowski of Poland is our next lifter, and he will know, Bill, how important this lift is. It's massive in terms of his plight this evening. He can get above 2:25 when the men have been falling earlier. This is a big, big lift now for this young man.
And it's a successful lift! What a lift that is from the pole! Kieliszkowski, incredible stuff!
He's showing some real power there.
Ram that to the roof. Maciej Kieliszkowski, how big does this guy get? Incredible. Talking a big Hapthor Bjornsson. The mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mountain
Goes clean at 202.5 kilograms. And he made that look solid. He's finding his groove, Mr. Kazmaier.
Truly is the most powerful thing we've seen yet tonight.
What about this man, Larry Wheels?
A student of the game, so much power from powerlifting. Transitioning to strongman with excellence and ease. He knows he can do this. He's got all the power in the world. Strong clean, easy press.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Wheels!
What a lift from Larry Wheels.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that lift. Simply beautiful with so much power.
202.5. The softly spoken Rob Kearney steps to the log next, and this is a man who is flying under the radar. He hasn't got out of first gear to this stage, Bill. Looks so silky smooth.
He's got so much energy in the tank. He's not pouring it out. He's giving just what he needs to make the lift.
Big drive, Rob Kearney. Wow!
That sure is a confidence builder right there.
What a tremendous effort. You've got to love that guy, Rob Kearney. Not the biggest strongman in the world, but wow, can that man press overhead.
Super technician. You love it.
Hicks goes next. And talking to men that have put weight on, this is by far the biggest version of Graham Hicks.
When this man concentrates and decides he's going to do something, absolutely nothing will stop him. He's a world record breaker. Graham Hicks.
That's silky smooth.
Neil, meticulous with every part of the movement. The press was so simple, and snap with the head through to get the down signal.
Unbelievable lift. Graham Hicks. You do smell big things tonight for that man. The British record could go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Iron Bibi. Bibi, the ever popular athlete from Burkina Faso. Most of the people here in the arena will have seen what this man has been doing in training, and it was heavy. My word. Opening lift, 202.5.
All that girth, Neil. Super efficient, clean, and tremendous power.
And you really have to marvel at the size of that man. Iron Bibby is just ludicrously big.
And now he's warmed up. Watch out, wait.
That is such an impressive physical character. Walked past me in breakfast this morning. I was stood with a friend of mine, and she said, I think that is the biggest man I've ever seen in my life. He really is ridiculous.
I believe the arms are 28 inches.
28-inch arms. That is not the kind of individual you want to climb down off the top bunk when you've just been locked up. Iron Bibby. The man's legs are ridiculous, Bill. All three of them. I should stop drinking water and find out what we're actually going to, because I think it's something crazy like 214. Let me check in with Darren Sadler. I think we're going national record for most. In fact, this may be like the third heaviest lift ever. Mag, am I talking rubbish? Are we going 214 now?
I think we are.
Oh, yes. It's showtime. I love how Magnus first says everything in a calm voice. You could be on a plane crash and he'd have a calm voice. What you've seen up to now, Bill Kazmaier, who do you think has looked most impressive at this point?
Well, obviously, Graham Hicks and Iron Bibby. But Thor was oh so powerful in the press.
Konstantin Janashia will be our first lifter. You saw him there, just practicing that ancient Russian ritual of beating the crap out of each other before the lift. Wow. He attacked that, Bill. Just asking for time and trying to settle himself. Misha Shivlakov asking for that support. Very hard on the clean, and that is enough for the Georgian Bull.
When you clean that kind of log, you know it's going to take a lot of energy out of you.
Once again, Bill, you called it. That was a big lift. 214. This would also be a Polish. No, it would not be a Polish record. I think 217 is the Polish record. Radziakowski, the second heaviest log ever lifted.
A truly remarkable athlete. We know he can make this lift. He has to believe he can. He has to be convinced. He cannot make any mistakes. He's got the power to put it overhead.
I spoke about Krzysztof Radziakowski and his 217. Yet another great Polish strongman in the making here in Maciej Kieliszkowski. Yes! There it is, ladies and gentlemen, 214 kilograms for Maciej Kieliszkowski. Wow!
pressing power.
What a lift. That's a remarkable performance from that young man. And I'll tell you what, the pendulum of pressure just swung hard onto Hafthor Bjornsson, because Maciusz Kieliszkowski has some really good events coming tonight. And look at the face of Hafthor Bjornsson. Experience is king, Bill. You spoke about that earlier, and he looks calm as a mill pond.
Calm with a great amount of dedication and desire, determination to be successful. To be the champion, you got to beat the champion. The mark is set.
Here we go. 214 kilograms for the mountain. Hafthor Julius Bjornsson. Here at the First Direct Arena, the world's strongest man drives, but not tonight. And he says that's enough. Strategy is king for the mountain.
And jet lag is a bitch.
Isn't it just? That man was in New York yesterday, I believe. And from the United States of America is our next lifter, Larry Wheels. And he looked great in that last lift.
The powerhouse, Larry Wheels, bringing it to the platform.
This would be an American
Dominating
record.
the log. The will to win. Big power. Strong. Neil, such a fine line between missing it and making it, and he was right at the cusp.
Very unfortunate for Larry, but what a performance. Battling the 214, got the 202.5, and Rob Kearney, mate, may just get this. He's looked awesome. Would be an American record.
He's looked smooth and solid all the way through, and you gotta love the way he puts it overhead with that split clean.
This would be a great lift for Rob Kearney.
The man said he was gonna do it. He came here to do it. His opportunity is right now. Watch him do it.
Here we go. Rob Kearney of the United States of America. For an American record. There's the clean. 214. Gets the split jump. Yes, Rob Kearney! Yes, Rob Kearney! Yes, Rob Kearney! There is the lift. An American record right here in Leeds. Wow! 2 men at 214. Have some of that.
That was a tremendous fight right at the top. He was slightly out of the groove. He recovered. That man is an Iron Warrior and a real champion, and now has the American record.
And I'll tell you what, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He will be made up with that. And can he go higher as Graham Hicks steps out for a British record? Listen to the arena react to the man from Morecambe. Unbelievable.
Body, mind, spirit, all put together.
Yes, there it is from Graham Hicks. 3 men over 214. 3 men at 214 clear. And this is turning into a special night very early, Bill.
Gosh, that lift wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect position, but it had so much power.
Kieliszkowski, Kearney, and Hicks all clear on 214. Iron Bibi, ladies and gentlemen. It's too light. Somebody put some goddamn weight on the bar. He's skipping 214 and going straight to 220 for his next lift. As you do. Iron Bibi.
Question is, does he cool down in the back room?
I think Bibi came here singularly focused today. It's either the world record or he doesn't want to know. So I'm just being informed by Scott that Kiliskovsky will lift first.
Then Rob Kearney,
Rob Kearney will be our next lifter.
and third lifter will be Bibi.
Bibi will go after that.
To me, that's a long rest between lifts. Unless he's staying warm in the back room, he runs the chance of getting cold, and the muscle's just not firing.
Excuse me, Graham will go after Kearney. And then Bibi. And I believe I'll just check in with Darren. Darren, just making sure, what weight have we got on the bar now, mate? Or on the log?
So this is 220 kilos, so if this is successful, it's the second biggest log lift ever.
Wow, here we go. 220 kilograms. Kiliskovsky. This would surpass Krzysztof Radziakowski's 217. This phenomenal young athlete from Poland, Bill.
Such a powerful athlete. Determined, knowing he can make this log.
He's just asking how much time, and Magnus Ver just said, just relax, calm down, take your time.
Well, he knows what it feels like. Now he's got to overcome.
Maciej Kiliskovsky at the Leeds First Direct Arena, 220 kilograms. Not tonight. Paul had enough, but he's got great points on the board, Bill.
He doesn't get any points for doing that clean, but he sure used some energy doing it.
You make a good point, but he's got such athleticism and some strong events going. Rob Kearney is on the precipice of something very, very special here. Second heaviest log ever lifted. The American has a fantastic opportunity right now, right here at the First Direct Arena. And it would be great for yourself and all the Americans if he can do this, Bill.
Rob has been so hungry to get the record in the log press for a long, long time and a lot of training. Now he's got it. But he built up so much hunger and thirst and desire to keep moving towards the world record. Here's another opportunity. Just how hungry is he? We know he's got the power. All it's going to take is a strong clean and that great drive overhead.
Here we go, Robert Kearney. From the United States of America. 214 is already in the bag.
Make it happen, Rob.
An even
Make it
more
happen.
special evening. He's had enough there. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for the phenomenal efforts of Mr. Rob Kearney. Here tonight, exceptional lifting. Kearney, 214. We'll go back to the United States of America with your countryman, Bill.
Well, he may have missed that 220, but it wasn't by much. And it won't be long till he gets it.
Our next lifter will be Graham Hicks, ladies and gents. How special would this be? 220 kilograms.
You know, Graham has really showed us some power so far tonight. He's been off balance a little bit and recovered. Every time he puts it overhead, he presses it through and maintains that balance. All he's got to do is everything perfectly, and he's got this lift.
Here we go. Graham Hicks of the United Kingdom.
Rock solid, powerful.
220 kilograms. Driving the overhead. So very, very close. Reminiscent of Eddie Hall with the 230. Almost got it. Almost. But no cigar.
It was up there for almost a half an hour. And look, he fought it all the way through. What a fighter. Just couldn't quite get the balance.
Very close to making it. I think you said it earlier, mate, won't be long before he can do it. Magnus Ver, mate, what have you done? To be fair, Mag, last night we had the meeting and you were, everybody knows the situation. You explained it very, very clearly.
Exactly. It was close, but not close enough.
Yes, in the immortal words of my wife. It was close, mate, but not close enough. Here we go, he's coming back out. Is this possible, Bill?
Sure it is. He's just got to stop dancing around under the log and stand solid. And he can do that.
Graham Hicks, 220 kilograms.
Focus, desire, determination, power personified. Hicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Graham Hicks. Extremely unfortunate here. Doesn't shake the hand of Magnus for a class move from Graham Hicks. Only one more lifter. And that lifter is the man from Burkina Faso, Iron Bibi. He skipped 214, you're absolutely correct. This is his second lift, only his second lift. As Darren said, he's warmed up backstage, feels ready. He knows he's been here very recently. Iron Bibi. He's a phenomenal young athlete. 220 kilograms on that log. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bibi with 220. Nailed that one to the roof. That's the second heaviest lift we have ever seen. And he may have more in the tank. Wow.
Neil, he may have a lot more in the tank. That looks so easy.
Iron Bibi, specialist subject, lifting logs. We saw him online recently try to go for a double at 228. We only need a single at 230, I believe we're going to now. and he will have a moment that he will never forget. Now, Bill, you know exactly what that man on the moon moment feels like. You were the first human being ever to bench press 300 kilograms. That's as heavy as I've ever deadlifted, and you bench pressed it. Ridiculous. Which means most? Is it the world titles? Is it the world's strongest man? Or is it that moment in history, the 500, the 300 bench? What do you guys get switched on by most?
Simply setting the sights on a goal and achieving it. That thirst, once it's quenched, that was a beautiful lift. But the 228 to him will be the most beautiful thing that's ever gone down his throat. It'll be like sweet iced tea.
Like you said, he's definitely got more than the 220. Will it be 230?
Well, now the question is, he's had such a nice rest between his 202 opener and the 220, and he's not going to get that 10 or 15 minutes again. That said, will he be recovered enough to go for the world record and make it?
And it's times like this when you think to yourself, was that strategy correct? We've seen him skip lifts. You know, at the time you think, well, it's a big risk, it's an enormous jump. We saw it from Eddie Hall when he came here and did the 500. He went 4.65 and then let's do this thing. You know, it's at times like that when you do think to yourself, the strategy is key. Has this young man made the right call?
We'll find out.
Yes, we will.
We're going to go for 229 kilograms. On Magnus Ver's advice, if you're going to go for the world record, get the world record. Don't go crazy and do 230. Every kilo counts. And Bibby appreciated that advice, so we will go for a 1 kilo increase, 229 kilograms on the bar. Log.
229, John T, what have we got, mate?
Bill, can I just ask you a question? And I think everybody's happy just to give Bibby 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes because we're all here. This is what we're here for, right? This is what we're here for, right? A little history! Bibby is breathing heavy. Bill, I was going to ask you, when you go max like that, especially something like log all body, I mean, everything gets used, doesn't it? How long? I mean, he obviously did it. He did it not comfortably, but he did it. But you can see if he managed to get just the right spot, he could nail this. Can he recover in 4 or 5 minutes?
36 to 48 hours, sure. 5 to 15 minutes. It's questionable. It depends on how much desire and determination he has, how much training he's done for reps. We know he does a lot of singles. If he's in good shape, he can come right back and do it. Every time we saw an athlete miss the lift and try to come back within 30 seconds to a minute, they've failed because they've given so much energy. They only have so much in that cup. He's dumped a lot out. For that to refill could take 15, 20 minutes.
We've just heard from backstage that Iron Bibby has asked for 10 minutes. It's up to the guys in here. What do you want to do, guys?
It's like a clapometer. If you'd like to nip for a wee-wee, clap now. I promise you, we will not begin. This lift will happen in exactly 10 minutes. Is that a deal? Okay.
Just to the side of the log, you will see Iron Bibby is back out and ready, wants to do this thing. Ladies and gents, get back in your seats. It is show time. And we are going for the world record. Where's my mate William Kazmaier? Here he is now. Bill, it's on. We've been here before, mate.
Doesn't get any bigger than this.
Every time we're in Leeds, you know, somebody's got to go and try and smash a world record. Tonight, it's Iron Bibby.
40-some inch thighs, 28-inch arms. Shoulders that look like slabs of beef.
What?
He's got such a great will. And the power that he pulls into his body is coming from a really special place. The man always seems to just keep his head low and point up and draw in that energy.
Here we go, Iron Bibby from Burkina Faso. Only a young man We saw him come here last year and absolutely go out on his shield, collapsing in the UK at the World Tour Finals. We saw him come and almost break the world log record once before. Tonight, he doesn't want to go home disappointed. 229 kilograms on that log.
Ladies and gentlemen, he just said, please, ask them to take their seat, I'm ready. Come and take your seat, please. Let's give them the energy. Let's give them 10,000 people. Come on back, folks. Give it to us. Are we going to see a world record? This is a very unique stage. And you can undoubtedly in life transfer a little bit of power to somebody else. A little bit of love. This is what we need right now for Bibby. This will be a world record in what is considered the blue ribbon event of Strongman. The ultimate. The second man in history to lift over 500 pounds. 229 kilograms is on the log. Is everyone in their seat ready? His 18-year-old brother is the man who helps train with him, look after him. He has a number of brothers and sisters. He's probably one of the kindest, most generous souls I've ever met. Iron Bibby, he is a true gentleman and something very special. Boy, I hope he gets this. He's such a good guy. Let's hear it. A new world record waits from Burkina Faso, Iron Bibby!
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, Iron Bibby at the Leeds First Direct Arena. This man came a long way, and he came for one thing, single-minded ambition to leave Leeds with the world record.
You gotta believe. Iron Bibby, you gotta believe, baby. Make it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Iron Bibby for the world record, 229 kilograms on the log. Able to get it on that first attempt. On there. Given a moment to collect himself.
All he's got to do is clean it. He's got a beautiful clean. It's a simple clean. It's strong and powerful. Once he takes it to his shoulders, it's a done deal. Iron Bibby, you know you can do this. You're convinced. Show me. Make it happen right now. Crank it out. Come on, Bibby. Do this. Do this. Do this.
Here we go. Iron Bibby asking for... Seeing it's slippery.
Dig down. Dig deep. You said your prayers. You gotta believe. Do this. Fight it, fight it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to see it tonight, but 220 kilograms, don't let it detract. A phenomenal effort from Iron Bibi here in the Leeds First Direct Arena.
Iron Bibi, you don't look right. What's up, man?
Thank you so much. I'm really sorry about it, but I will definitely be back. I'm very sorry. And thanks to my brothers. Steve, thank you so much. Thanks to my family back home. Thank you all for the support. I really promise you this record. I'm very sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Put your hands together for Iron Bibi. We'll see him again, I'm sure.
And welcome now, the World Long Live Champion, Iron Bibi! 220 kilograms went overhead tonight from Iron Bibi. The second biggest lift in history for the man from Burkina Faso. And there's the front flip.
Another world record. I thought that was going to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Burkina Faso's own Iron Bibi.
Watch out for flames.
He is the world long lift champion of 2019.
It's going to blow. There we are.
Yeah.
And quarter biceps, half turn. Well done. Congratulations, Iron Bibi.